Pretzels.
All right, Post Pretzels production starting now. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Ales and Tales podcast. We are on our third recording of the day.
The most interesting episode.
Normally most likely to be the most loose of the one.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us. We're going to review today Weihenstephaner. This is the Braupakt Blonde Ale, which is a kind of a blend of two different breweries. I'm excited to try this. I saw part of the picture, which I'll explain in a little bit, and immediately grabbed the pack just because I'm excited about it. So I actually don't have a beer quote today. I ran out of beer quotes.
Interesting.
I looked them up online. I went through a bunch of sheets. So I'll come up with one real quick. I remember this one from The Simpsons a long time ago. It was, to beer, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems. It's a good go-to.
Yeah.
So today, we're going to dive into this beer and give you our opinion on it. It is a combo between the Bavarian State Brewery Weihenstephan, that is Weihenstephan, for those of you playing German word bingo, and St. Bernardus Brewing from the Belgian region there, St. Bernardus monks. The St. Bernardus one, which is a happy, smiling monk holding up a beer.
It looks like a priest and a monk cheersing.
Yep. Yeah, they're getting along great, much like in history in the real world. That's an absolute joke. So St. Bernardus stuff is fantastic. We've done a review on their stuff a long time ago. That's a lot of rain.
It is a lot of rain. Listen to that coming down.
But the Abbott 12, Abbott 16, all of those beers, if you get a chance to see them, get a chance to try them, they're fantastic. So I'm excited to see this, how this turns out. So Weihenstephan, I have no idea how to pronounce it. Weihenstephan, I'm assuming, collaborated with the Californian craft beer pioneers from Sierra Nevada in 2018, creating the first Braupakt ever. Now, 6 years later, the collab gets a sequel with the blonde ale brewed in Weihenstephan with St. Bernardus. So they've literally written like a book talking about all of this, and I'm not going to read all that to you, but you can find it on the Weihenstephan website if you just look up the Braupakt. And it does say, what do they have in common? The faces of both breweries are monks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why they're
It reminds me
cheersing.
of think of Blaupunkt every time you say it, like the speaker manufacturer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a Blaupunkt speaker in something. I forget what. The faces of both breweries are monks. What could be better than having the two historical figures, Corbinian and Bernardus, toast each other? Not only symbolically throughout the creation of the Braupakt, but also literally on the label. It shows the two monks having a first sip of the blonde ale together. The two breweries have been friends for a long time. After all, St. Bernardus is the official importer of Weihenstephaner beers in Belgium.
Yeah.
So unique collaboration. I'm excited to try this.
It's a collab of the old school. It's not
Yeah.
like Instagram collaborations
Right.
that we know of today. This is their version of an Instagram collab.
Yeah.
Beerstagram.
Mm-hmm. This is the Monkstagram.
That's right.
6.5% alcohol, by the way. So we're going to some nice strong ones
Okay,
today.
there, Poppy.
Yeah, I noticed I got too
Gosh.
close to the microphone.
Teach you how to have mic technique.
I
Yeah.
have mic technique.
You do have mic technique. Your name is Mike for crying
That's
out loud.
right. So with me are my co-hosts and beer buddies.
yeah,
I didn't even-
yeah.
My blonde ale amigos.
Yeah.
It would be Jim McCarthy behind the microphone.
Hey.
And all the buttons. And Carly Duggan next to me.
Hello.
And you can find us at the Ales and Tales podcast.com.
And Patreon.
Well, you should get the link there if you go to the Ales and Tales,
That's
unless
true.
somebody didn't set it up that way.
No, it's set up that way.
Is it?
We're
Okay.
good.
If you like what you hear and you want to support us, we would appreciate your
That's right.
Patreon
If you,
assistance.
and if you don't like what you hear, support us anyway.
If you like what you hear in terms
us
of
money
how
to
the
go away.
podcast is produced, check out it'syourshow.co and Carly Duggan Creative.
Creative Carly Duggan.
Creative Carly Duggan.
He always does that backwards.
Yeah, it's okay.
Creative Carly. So if you want, what do you do, Carly?
Websites, social media, and graphic design.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And I bring her on sometimes to do graphic design. Yet. I haven't done that yet. That was kind of a white lie.
Did I mention, folks, 3rd episode and high gravity beers so far in our recordings?
I have been managing our social media. Well,
Yes, you have.
not recently. I've been kind of slacking. But
Now that you bring that up,
hence, see if we paid her with support, then it'd be a lot better.
yeah. I still see like the skeleton episode shorts come up, and I'm like, this was back in October.
Yeah.
Well, I guess somebody needs to get you clips, which I gotta do at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So yeah, all I do is provide the beer at this point in time and the face for radio. So,
What's that like?
What, the beer?
Must be nice.
What, providing the beer?
Yeah.
It's all right. I'm paying everyone in beer.
That's right.
Works out well.
And a good time. We always have fun with this.
That's right. So speaking of paying everyone in beer,
how are we
drink
going to open
beer.
these things?
Well, you came over and got it early.
I know. You always have to throw it at me.
Yeah, you have to use.
Now you have something to throw at me.
Jim.
He has to use his teeth now. That's your punishment.
Have you seen the guys online where they pop open a beer and they do this like swirl, turn it up, and it goes.
It's like a tornado.
I don't know how they do that, man. I could try that and then immediately choke to death.
I can't chug a beer like
not
that.
gonna happen.
Though. What's the point?
Yeah.
So in college, we did used to mess with people when we were we'd throw parties here and there. And if somebody was drinking like a Bud Light or something like that, you'd go over and grab their hand on their beer and go on the top of it and blow the bottom of the glass out of it. Just blow the whole beer out. It was pretty funny. Not for them. But it was Bud Light, so there was really no loss.
Well, I remember you could hit the top and then it would like overflow at the top.
If you did it lightly, if you go clink, it would. But if you actually went boom and hit it hard, it just blows the glass bottom out of it.
Oh, God.
Don't do that here.
No, we're not going to do that here. No, this is good beer. I'm not doing that to this. Yeah. Only crappy beer. So let's pop these things open and try their Brow Pact and see what happens. I'm excited. I'm not going to throw this at you, dude. This is like...
Just toss it to me.
Okie dokie. Wait for all the noise.
Let me move the mic. Here we go. There we go.
All right.
Hey, got it.
Hold on, we got to do this in front of the mic so you can hear it.
Wow.
ASMR.
A little
Great
ASMR
sound.
action.
AMSR.
MSRP.
Dealer retains all
All right.
rebates.
Don't try it yet. Hold on. We still got to get Carly
it smells so good.
Awesome. We got to get Carly to describe the bottle for our listeners
Can
only.
we get Carly to say that again the way she said it?
What?
You're like, oh, it smells so good.
No.
Say it again. Go ahead.
Oh, it smells so good. You're welcome.
Oh, that's going to be a clip.
No.
The combo between Jim being dirty and just a dirty old man and Carly being so kind to just go along with it is great.
Whatever. Okay, can art. So I really like it. It's like a little cartoon drawing. It's something that I would see like on a magazine or newspaper ad almost, but it's a monk and a priest. I think they're two monks actually, but I would call the one a priest because he looks like a priest because he's got this little hat.
He's got a Pope hat.
Go ahead and put it on the, which one was he? The Ales and Tales commemorative.
She can't describe it if she
Well, she could twist it around. You could grab it from the top and just describe it. Yeah.
Okay. Throwing me off.
Sorry.
It's okay. They look like chalices that they're cheersing.
Yeah.
There's quite a bit of beer in there, all the way to the top, almost overflowing. And sorry, getting choked up. The background is a church and some trees. It's a very sunny day. I think it's maybe June.
You actually see it coming up at the back of you, the label.
Oh,
Yeah, when it pops up.
okay.
So people can see it there too.
I think it's a cute label. I like it. They're smiling, so it makes me want to smile.
Turn it back towards the camera.
Yeah, they're nice, happy-looking monks. So I looked up Corbinian, derived from Latin corvus, meaning raven. This was the name of an 8th century Frankish saint who was sent by Pope Gregory II to evangelize in Bavaria. His real name may have been Hraben, hence they switched it to Corbinius. Is that
Interesting.
Yeah.
Can't blame him for that.
No, Hraben, Hraban. Neat stuff.
There you go.
And then, of course, St. Bernardus. So 2 saints.
You know, I have an
Great
idea.
stuff.
Mic technique wise, try turning the mic sideways. Maybe that will kind of like.
Like my gat.
Yeah, kind of like that, but still aim it towards your mouth, but you're speaking past the tip of the mic. Yeah. We're basically doing this as we go along. See how I have mine?
Yeah, like
that?
this.
There you go.
Okay.
Let's try that.
So I'm angling at it.
Yeah.
All right. I have strong P's when I pop
Yeah.
the mic. Did you try it yet?
No,
Good. You?
I have
I have not tried it yet,
so I want to try it to clear my dry spot.
Well, go ahead if you need to. It's okay. Smells nice. It smells very banana-y, which worries me. It might be more Hefeweizen-y, and I am not a banana. I love bananas. I love banana pudding. I do not like bananas in my beer. Hefeweizens normally I struggle with because it tastes like banana, but this smells very yeasty, very creamy,
Yeah.
and banana-ish.
It has a sour smell to it. Is that what what is that I'm picking?
Yeah.
There's a little bit like a bitterness to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost like a licorice.
So this is a blonde
Right.
ale. It's an interesting smell, man.
It is.
It is. There's almost an herbal quality to it too.
It is. Yes. Yeah. Like a potpourri.
Uh-huh.
Right. Yeah.
This is really good. I just took a sip.
Really?
All right.
I think I like it better than the Kolsch. No offense.
Okay. No. I think I anything with St. Bernardus brewery.
Ooh.
Brewery.
Ooh, what does that remind me of? There's molasses, definitely, right?
Yeah.
Ginger. Like a gingerbread.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's what it is. It's ginger. Look at
Yeah.
me getting all my flavor profiles down.
Yeah, I didn't get ginger in the nose, but the taste
No,
I
no.
get it. It's
You definitely get ginger in this for sure.
yeah.
You got that?
I do.
Yeah.
It's like you said, like gingerbread,
Mhm.
almost like that. You get the malt. There is a maltiness to this.
But, and then yeah, but not nearly as much as
The
the
Kolsch.
or the space dust.
That's true. They both actually. We have pretty malt heavy
Yeah.
recording today.
What is the ABV on it?
6.2.
Oh my gosh.
That's
That's
interesting.
dangerous.
It's cookie like if
It is.
beer
It
was
really
turned
is.
into a cookie
Absolutely.
with spices
but
and
it's not
herbs.
sweet. That's the
Right.
But it's creamy too.
It's like a European dessert. You know, so many European desserts are not sweet.
Yeah.
Italian desserts are typically not very sweet.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a cheese dessert. It's always funny whenever I see desserts. It's like, this is cheese, your dessert, and I'm like, that's not a dessert. What the? But it's good. You know.
Mhm.
Looking at where it's brewed and bottled, the language and the words themselves even sound angry. Like, Bayerische Staatsbrauerei, Weihenstephan, Friesing, Germany. Like you can hear the anger in it, the aggressiveness.
Intensity.
Yeah.
We'll go with intensity.
It's like, one speed.
You're right. I love German words that are like 3 sentences long and it's just one word.
No.
It's so crazy.
Frickserkirchen Holstein.
Yeah, and it's like
Right?
drinking glass.
Yeah. Yeah. The.
Yeah.
A warm cup of milk.
Oh, yeah. Could you fetch me a warm cup of milk so I can go to sleep? Albert. In German, it would sound Stein.
Stein,
And then,
you have to add Stein at the end of everything. Is that what that is?
I guess. I don't know.
This. I apologize to all my German listeners, all one of you, for Jim's inclusion of Stein in everything. Although I think we were
Is it
talking,
not? Or I'm just being ignorant.
No, we were talking about that a while back in those other episodes. When Cheyenne was here, we were talking about like some of the roads, the farts, Faertz. When you're in Germany, there's a lot of things with farts and splats, and the one was like a fart splats, and I was like, okay, that's just too funny. This lingers. I have not had another sip for a while. I wanted to see how long it lasted on the tongue. It stays there,
It's
But
the
it's
ginger that lingers.
but it's not unpleasant. It's very herbal, and it just
It
sticks
is
around.
herbal. Mhm.
Yeah.
That's interesting. It's more banana than I would care for, but
You say banana, but I'm kind of just getting a little hint of it. The ginger is strong with this one.
the ginger is strong with this one. Is that
And I know my gingers.
if Luke Skywalker?
Have you
was
met my
redhead?
wife?
Is she redhead?
Yeah.
She is.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't thought about that. Huh.
Gorgeous redhead at that.
Mhm.
So there are some Christmas cookies that Aldi gets every year. It's like a 6-pack, and it's 3 gingerbread that are frosted and 3 gingerbread that are not frosted. But it's just these 6 big cookies. This is like a beer version of those to me.
Oh, yeah.
Gingerbread is not very sweet.
Mhm.
You can make it sweet and you can Americanize the crap out of it, but normally gingerbread is not super sweet.
Yeah.
This is like that. It's got think of walnuts or pecans banana, ginger, some nutmeg, things
Mhm.
like that. And that's everything you get in this beer.
Yeah.
It's not overly done so. It's not like some beers that are like stuffed with that.
Where did you get this?
I got this at a local beer store called Red's.
So it is definitely like a niche. You're not going to find this in Kroger or
I don't know. So some of these grocery stores are now starting to do like a single bottle area of shelves, and Kroger's actually gotten into doing that.
I know they've been doing the singles.
Mhm.
You
Like
can pick
build
your
your
own
own
6-pack.
six-pack. Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm. And sometimes they'll have some unique beers like Abbott.
yeah.
And if they do, normally the Abbott's in the bigger bottle. But if you ever see it, if you've not had it, and I will do an episode again with those because I did it with my old crappy sound system and old crappy editor, which was me. But a new review of their beer. It is fantastic. It ain't cheap, but it's good. But it has just tons of flavor. I've been fortunate enough to find it on tap once, and that was
Vance.
in a beer-centric place, which was really nice. It was up in Madison, Wisconsin. Like they've got some good beer houses up there. German population settled in Wisconsin area, and I saw one on tap, and I was like, must have, and it was fantastic. I don't know. Again, anything that this pops in your mind whenever you think of it when you drink it?
Kind of like a vanilla wafer cookie, maybe? Or a Nilla wafer?
Yeah, I can see that.
You're
That goes
thinking
with the
Nilla
banana.
wafer, really?
That goes with the banana.
I get a little bit of the vanilla now. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can pick that up.
It's interesting. Every time you take a sip of this, there's something different.
Yeah.
Almost powdered sugar,
Yeah.
molasses, like you had mentioned, corn, like sweet corn. Like if you ever have cornbread where the corn is in it, like a sweet cornbread, like it even has some notes like that to it. There's a lot of different stuff going on in this.
Totally.
I dig it. Jim's taking pictures.
I'm taking Instagram.
Oh,
videos
okay.
right
This
now.
is in our most boring time where I literally did
I know,
nothing except for
I like
stare at
No,
it.
zoned
we're
out.
really kind of like in shock here with
I know.
the kind of beer. This is the Ales and Tales podcast, by the way, and I'm
Oh.
doing a little
This is
story
good.
for Instagram.
I dig this beer.
I know. I could drink the rest of this easy.
Yeah,
It's my favorite one out of the 3 we've tried today.
I would agree. Good thing I saved it for last. Right.
Yeah.
Anytime I see that monk, St. Bernardus, he's always happy and he's always holding beer. So maybe there's a reason for that. I don't know which is which came first, the happiness or the beer. But it's very, very good.
Yeah.
What would you pair this with?
Honestly, like something light still maybe, or I could see like charcuterie, like some fruit, some jam, some maybe some sharp cheeses or some like stronger cheese, nothing too mild.
I wonder how that would go.
Oh,
This is an experimental beer from here. This is one I would want to try with a bunch of different things. I think it's just an excuse to drink this beer because I really like it. But
I could actually see this being very popular around the holidays,
yeah.
absolutely,
right?
yeah, this could work as a Christmas beer. You could
Totally.
literally relabel this as a Christmas beer,
And this
nobody
would
know the
be
difference.
so much better than like all the Christmas beers. I feel like are so heavy and they're so like almost stouty. And it's like, I don't want a heavy beer. I want a light beer.
Because they're designing beers to keep you warm in the cold weather, right?
That's
Mhm.
true.
When you said something light, the first thing I thought of was something like an Italian meringue, like a whipped,
Whipped, cool whip.
cool whip, like a whipped dessert of some sort that doesn't have much sugar in it, but just has like the whipped cream in it.
Mascarpone.
That would work great with this because this
That's
already
right.
has the fruitiness, the herbalness, the my brain just shut down. Nuttiness. It has a lot of the stuff that would go into it, so you could have it. This could be the filler for all the flavors
Mm-hmm.
to go along with it.
I could see some
That's
type
true.
of cake, like coffee cake or Black Forest cake.
Pound cake.
Oh yeah,
Coffee cake, I could see.
yeah.
What about the Biscoff cookies?
Oh, those
No,
are
you got those.
good.
They are freaking.
You could dip them in your
amazing.
coffee.
Ice cream.
Okay.
Ooh.
Have you
Yeah.
guys had the cookie butter.
Yes, from
The
Trader
Biscoff
Joe's.
cookies. Made by Biscoff. They actually take the Biscoff cookies and grind it into
That's amazing.
paste, and it is cookie butter.
Was it from Ben and Jerry's?
No, Biscoff. The same cookies. You can go to
It's just a paste.
Yeah.
It's on an ice cream.
So
Okay.
go to Kroger, go to Publix, go to any of your grocery stores, and in the
my
peanut
gosh.
butter section, there should be a small jar with a red
But
top.
I feel like this, it only started coming to America recently. Like 10 years ago, I didn't see it Biscoff in grocery stores.
No.
But in Germany or France, like they don't have peanut butter, but they have Biscoff or
It's
cookie
like their
butter.
staple. That and Nutella was their
Nutella. Those
the
are the-
hazelnut version.
Exactly.
Then it gets to America and it's a bastardized version.
Peanuts.
Yeah.
I think
It's like a
peanuts were
Lamborghini with
primarily
bumpers.
American crop. Yeah,
Oh, really?
I think so, which is probably why
What's that?
peanuts.
American?
I think so.
Really?
I believe.
It's kind of like a Lamborghini with bumpers.
I don't know. I like how he just asked the question again and again, and I keep just saying a different word to agree.
Really?
I think so.
A Lamborghini with bumpers?
Yeah. The Countach, when it was
Had
imported
bumpers.
to America, had to have bumpers installed.
Uh-huh.
So it completely ruined the look of the car.
Yeah.
So the whole reason that, like, if you look at old Mustang Mach 1s, every once in a while you'll see one that has like a roll bar.
Mm-hmm.
There was 1 year that it was deemed that anything convertible is unsafe. So therefore, your vehicle manufacturer must make roll bars. So the Mach 1 came out with it, the Mustang, and that was the year that Porsche came out with the Targa, which has the same thing. And Porsche was so mad because they had to come out with a whole new design for their car that didn't fit into their engineering style at all because American rules said you must have a roll bar. And then the next year they were like, nah, it's okay.
Yeah.
And they're like, so they just kept building it. So there's still a Targa today because people love the design. It actually ended up being a great design. But yeah, it's
With the roll bar?
yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah. The Targa now is crazy though. The whole back of the car lifts up and hydraulically lifts backwards, and then the top folds mechanically into and then the top comes back. It's wild. to
Yeah,
watch.
Mercedes invented that.
Probably.
Yeah.
German. Good
It is
engineers.
Porsche likes to rip off stuff from Mercedes. That's what they do.
You're trying to mess with me right now, and I don't care that much.
They hold all the patents to stuff.
So I have a funny German car story. So so the reason why I first visited Cologne, Germany, is because I have a German exchange student in high school, and we're still friends. Every time I go to Europe, I visit her, and every time she comes to the U.S., she visits me. So she was flying into Raleigh, North Carolina, and we had a rental car because I was flying in from Cleveland at the time. And so she's like, Carly, I want a German car. And I'm like, okay, Becca, we can get a Volkswagen, whatever you want. Like, I just, any type of car is fine. So I reserve a Volkswagen car through Enterprise. And I go to the dealer, or I fly in, I go to Enterprise. They're like, sorry, we don't have any of your car. Here are your other options, other SUVs, like Toyota. And I'm like, let me just ask something. Do you guys have any Mustangs? He's like, yeah, actually, there's one right over here. And I'm like, can I take it? And he's like, yeah, it's yours. And I'm like, keys are in the car. And I'm like, what? And it's a red Mustang convertible. And this is like March, and we were in Raleigh, but we were driving down to Myrtle Beach. So it's like 60 degrees. So it's really not that warm, but the sun's still out. And so my friend Becca, her flight, I got in a little bit earlier. So I had to test out the car, and I was playing with the convertible.
Did
and
some drag racing.
driving around the airport, and then I go and I'm waiting in line to pick her up, and there's a ton of people at the airport pickup area, and they're all kind of like looking at me and like my little red Mustang convertible, and it's like 50 degrees because it's like 9 p.m. But I had to have the top down. I don't know.
If you have a convertible, you have to have the top down.
Yes.
I've never driven one, and so I go and
A
pick
convertible?
her.
Up until that point?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I go and pick her up, and she's recording me on her camera. And her parents are huge car people. They have Mercedes. They, just nice cars. So she was like, Carly, I'm so happy. I could say I was in an American-made car, Mustang. Like, my family's gonna love this. So the whole trip, we're just the car made the trip. We took photo shoots with the car. It was the best thing ever. It was a great time.
Took photo shoots with the car?
Yes, I could show you. I probably have 1,000 photos.
You realize that like BMW, Mercedes over there is like having a,
Honda.
Kia and a Honda over here.
Yeah.
They use them for taxis.
Yep.
Yeah.
That weirded me out the first time I went to Europe. We got picked up in a Mercedes, and I was like, oh, right on, high end. And we pulled in, we got into it, and it was cloth and base level. And I went,
Cloth? Really?
yeah, that's their basic stuff. Yeah, so over there, a Mustang is like big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
interesting.
very cool.
But do they care about the same, like how we see a Lamborghini and a Ferrari? Do they see it the same way?
Those are more on the exotic side. And in
Yeah.
Italy, they actually they're very, very proud of the fact that their country has made those things. So there's
Oh, yeah.
it's a big deal. So when the public sees one, they're like, yeah,
Oh,
they're
totally. Yeah.
So that's pretty funny. There is something about a convertible. I had a convertible at one point, and even in like mild winter days, as long as the heat works in the car, who cares? I was like,
Yeah,
"Phew,"
we had our
dropped it.
seats heated and the top was down. It was fine.
You had to make sure it was quiet, though, too. So, like in all the E-cabs that we had, the E-Class cabriolets, when I sold Mercedes, you could put that top up and be completely insulated. It wasn't loud at all.
Yeah, I don't care. Did you care if it was quiet?
I guess, I don't know. It wasn't that loud, except for when you like merge on or when you rev it up.
He's
but-
just a Mercedes snub.
It's probably a lot quieter than the Porsche was because they didn't adopt that technology yet.
He
They
just
were-
likes
they
giving
were
me these
slow on
jabs
the-
every once in a
They're
while. Like
slow
I
on the
care.
uptick.
So is this a Porsche?
I mean, Porsche is a great car for a high-end Audi. I mean, it's a really good car.
is this a Porsche, Mercedes, or Mustang of beers?
Interesting. I don't know if that's the right unit of measurement.
I don't know. I'm just trying to tie them together.
Yeah, I'm
Regardless,
just, yeah,
it's good.
we came up in conversation and we're cajoling each other.
Well, it's definitely not.
Well,
a
you got
Honda.
to establish what is the top, the 10, the
Kia
7,
beer.
and the 5. Okay, so is it Mercedes, Porsche, Ford, Mustang? Mike?
No.
See, that's where we have an issue.
Porsche's the No, I'm not even getting to ratings yet. I'm just, the more I let this, and when it warms up, you still get great flavors from it, but it changes.
Mhm.
Like it's more creamy the warmer it gets.
Mhm.
Yeah.
As you can tell, because I'm clearing my throat.
Mhm.
Mhm.
There's
It's-
definitely like a juicy aspect coming out.
I'm getting more banana the warmer it gets, but it's not bothering me because it's adding with all the other flavor. If it was like just a banana-y flavor,
Yeah.
I would struggle with it. But with all the other stuff, it's almost like a really tasty banana bread
Yeah.
or a zucchini bread. It has that moistness. There's that word. We were talking about moist before. It's pretty funny.
You know what this could go with? It just kind of hit me. A Snickers bar.
Ooh, an ice cream Snickers bar.
Yeah, right?
Mm.
All right. I think he's just hungry.
No, I'm just trying to think and be, intelligent about it, which is a stretch. I know.
It's good, man. I'm really enjoying this beer.
Caramello candy bar with this, maybe?
Caramel would work very
Right?
well with this because the nuts, the
Yeah.
cinnamon, the nutmeg.
Just like Caramello, the Cadbury's. Caramello bar could go with this.
Yeah, I could see that. It used to be one of my favorite.
And of course, going back to our episode with the strawberry witchmahoosie,
The Goza that you
Goza.
like so much, the bio beer.
the bile beer, the cheesecake, and I'm like, I don't think this is a cheesecake beer.
No,
No,
there's too much stuff going on.
right?
I wouldn't do that.
Cheesecake sounds good right now.
Everything sounds good right now. We've been
Not a pizza beer,
no.
No.
not a beach beer.
This needs to have primary focus. This is one of those beers where it's the star, not the food.
Right.
This isn't a background beer.
Ah,
This is-
interesting concept.
this is-
Background beer.
Yeah, we were talking about that a few times. This is definitely a foreground beer. This is the reason for the conversation would be the beer rather than just
Mhm.
doing something else and the beer being there.
As it's gotten warmer, yes, I'm detecting those flavors for sure.
Mhm. I'm a fan. Well,
Yeah, I like it.
all right. So I can't think of
It's
any-
definitno a Mercedes, which is top of the top.
He's
That's a Rolls Royce, okay?
afterwards, folks. We're gonna have an arm wrestle over which is top. No, it's
Get out the tape, the measuring tape.
regardless, very, very good. I would absolutely do this again. I would get this one.
And here's another example, even going back to the past 2 episodes, we talked about deception in branding of the bottle and everything. I don't think the brand matches.
Really?
No.
Why not?
This is a holiday feeling,
Mm.
tasting beer. And, a blonde ale, it's the color, but a blonde ale to me, and this is my naive palate speaking, would have a weedy kind of middle of the road flavor profile. But it being a blonde ale that packs so much flavor into the actual beverage. I mean, my goodness, it's.
Do they need like a Christmas tree in the background?
Yeah, because it has that feel to it, right? You know, it's got like, you know, some sort of, you know, mistletoe or something like that, you know, evergreens.
I could see that you could see that. I just think it's because the herbal spiciness lends itself to that. But again, I think that this works fine without it. I think being just what it is, being a German blonde ale, especially knowing that it's the Trappist monk style of ale, which is going to be more kind of farmy and funky. It's got a little of the hay and the wheat to it. It already has that naturally, but I think you could label this. You could literally sell this to another brand or just put a Christmas tree on it and call it a Christmas ale, and it would work that way too.
Completely.
I think it works fine as it is, but could also be that.
Well, you can't be right all the time, so even a squirrel finds its nut.
It is an either or for me. I could drink this at any point in time. I don't think the time of year would matter for me on this one, personally.
It's not, but you know, we're talking about two different cultures here too.
Yep.
You know, it's not like something you would traditionally drink at 4th of July. You know, it's an October. I could see this Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Definitely Christmas time, New Year's, Thanksgiving for sure. I mean, with turkey dinner. Oh yeah.
This would work very well with that.
Oh yeah. Now that we're kind of getting into more pairings now. I mean, with the mashed potatoes, the cranberry sauce.
Now I want to buy this
stuffing,
beer.
Right?
It's a good beer.
Dude, you know, it made an impression on me when I sent both of these. The last one we did, the Sieg, and this one I sent pictures to Courtney saying, "Oh wow."
There you go.
And she replied with, "Are those German?" I'm like, "You think?"
Yeah, it's pretty darn obvious pretty quickly.
Yeah.
No, anything with that monk on it, St. Bernardus is always good. I've yet to have a bad beer by them, and I've had some Fine Stefano before that are good as well. I could see this in spring, just like now at a beer garden in Germany. I could absolutely just go from a walk around town to a beer garden and have this.
I could see that.
It's
Yeah,
cooling.
spring.
It's refreshing.
Yeah, I could see that. It's not like
Wiener
warm the
Schnitzel?
big Wiener Schnitzel. Something on the brain there, or keeps on coming up.
Well, I was actually at Franklin had their big festival last weekend, and
Main Street Fest.
Yeah, and
Massive
Bavarian
crowd fest.
Yeah, it
Bavarian
was.
Beer House.
I spent $24 on parking.
Oh gosh!
But it was like a 5-second walk.
Yeah.
But there was
20
no
years ago, it wasn't
options.
as much of a grift as it is now.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But Bavarian Beer House was there. Did I say that right?
No,
Bavarian
Beer House.
Barbarian.
Bavarian. That's right. Come on.
They were there, and
Bavarian.
they had a really good what's it called? Wiener Schnitzel, not Wiener Schnitzel, but like a brat. That's the word.
Yeah, totally same thing, but totally different. Yeah, their stuff is very good.
Yeah. With, the sauerkraut is good.
The purple sauerkraut.
No, it was
Or the regular.
Regular, yeah.
Yeah, that place
That
is
Main
very
Street. I mean, you remember it back in the day. When did you first time go? When did you first go?
When did you first time go?
I know. When did
Third
you first
episode,
go?
we're all at this point in about 3 years ago.
First time to the Main Street Festival?
Yes,
That's when you moved to town, I guess, right?
indeed.
So, yeah, we went like when we first moved here because they have the Springtime Festival, which is the Main Street Festival, and then they have the Pumpkin Festival,
Oh,
and then the
And they're all the same festival, pretty much. It's all
Yeah.
just art
vendors,
stands, vendors,
yeah,
and parking sucks ass.
yeah, and it's a way to gouge you for money and
You park
spend more money.
you park at the church.
Yeah.
I did park at the church, but they made me pay.
What? No,
Really?
wait, no, you did downtown. So there's the Church of the City about way before downtown. You park there, and they have a trolley that takes you for free.
Well, no, the trolley's $1 per
What?
person.
Okay, well that's okay. It's still $1.
And I could have parked at Harlansdale Farms, which is where we were for the
Yep.
Alzheimer's walk. But
What was the what's the Dickens Festival? That they have
Yes,
there too.
that's cool.
Christmas.
They have the classic Charles Dickens dressed up
Characters.
versions of the Christmas Carol.
oh,
Yes.
cool.
Yeah, it's really really cool.
You've not seen that yet?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I got my picture with Ebenezer,
Mm-hmm.
the original version. Really
They usually have the guy out there that plays the music on the glasses,
Mhm.
and it's amazing to watch. Yeah, what
the
a
Franklin
talent.
festivals are really fun. It's nice. It still kind of feels for now.
Well, I
it
mean,
still
now
feels
that-
homey, but
half the state of California has moved in.
Right.
Well,
It's massively crowded.
and they've increased how much? Guess how much a funnel cake was there?
$18.
15.
Oh my gosh.
And when I would go to Cleveland, Ohio, or a small suburb of Cleveland, it was
Like Parma?
I was gonna say it's like a $7 thing.
It was like $5.
Yeah.
Because all it is
Because
like
it's Parma.
oil and
Dough.
Dough. That's
Yeah.
it. And then sugar.
Yep.
Why is it $15?
Because
And then every sandwich was $20.
Yeah.
And that
When
doesn't
in
include
Rome.
fries. Like
it's when in Rome.
No, when Californians.
Yeah. And we know you got the
Like-
cash. You're buying, freaking
Yeah.
cracker boxes for $1 million.
Yeah, it's changed a bit.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. But
Ah,
regardless,
is it?
it is what it is.
It's evolution.
It was a fun festival.
Evolution.
Evolution.
Yeah.
That's a better word, actually. I prefer
Evolution.
that. I prefer that. I'm going to use that for now.
I'm going
It's
to
evolution.
evolve the theory of evolution, and call it the theory of evolution.
you know what would be a really great idea?
What are you laughing at? Why is he laughing? I was really
I'm gonna
relaxed.
Evolve the theory of illusion.
It's the theory that comes from the Alaskan islands known as the Aleutian Islands.
yes. That's the Falkland Islands.
The Falkland Islands,
What were you saying?
This is total one-track mind, but if we had one of Barn Cat's kittens meow right into the mic,
You want to?
that would be wild.
That was random.
That was random.
Yeah. No,
She's got
their
she's got,
meows are really cute.
she got kittens on the mind now that the cat had kittens.
We could use it as like a sound bit, Ear.
I have plenty of, like stock sound
you want to give
effects.
him another sound effect that we need? Yeah.
Do you have meowing kitten sound effects?
Yes, I do, right here.
Mike's twisted. No. That's the jazz music around it.
That's not jazz.
What
It's
is
like,
it?
Elon's Gentlemen's Club.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't even know. All right, folks, let's wrap this thing up. It's getting weirder and weirder.
Come
by
to the
second.
Wild Pony this weekend for our brunch, our lunch buffet. We did that in Vegas. They had a lunch buffet at the library. We had a strip club out there called the Library where you could go see all the sexy
I'm going to
librarians.
the library.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
going to the library. That's exactly why they called it
check out
that.
some books.
It's not a lie.
That is funny because that's like the old version of the just last year there was a restaurant that came out with all the names of all of its burgers were write-offs for tax write-offs. It was like pay plan,
Right. Health insurance.
health insurance. Yeah,
Right.
it's like so whenever you went out to eat there, you could write it off 100% for your business because it was that technically you were buying health insurance. It was just a burger.
When we lived in Vegas, we went to the library for their lunch buffet. And quoting The Office, the day shift at a strip club is not something you can unsee.
That's what Dwight said.
Right. That was actually Daryl.
Oh.
He's like, a strip club during the day? You can't unsee that. Yeah.
It's an interesting life experience, I guess, if you're dealing with something where it causes you to be there during the day on either side.
We went to an opening of a brothel out there, grand opening.
You went to the opening of
The grand opening of a brothel out in Pahrump. And they called it, Pahrump was in Vegas. To
That's
us,
a great name.
Las Vegans, we called Get a Hump in Pahrump because that was where legal prostitution. Everywhere in the state, aside from Clark County, where Vegas is, you can go to, it was legalized prostitution, the brothels. And it was, taxed, and they had to keep themselves healthy and make sure that they were kept up to date with their shots and stuff like that. So,
Sounds like cats.
pretty much.
I was waiting for
It was
this. I started
regulated.
laughing. I was like, sounds like, I wonder if she's putting this together with
We got to witness a lineup of all the girls. My wife was with me. And the funny thing is,
a lineup.
a lineup. They line up all the girls.
Walkers that get arrested. And,
You've never seen that? You've heard of that, right?
no.
Where they line them all up, and the guys coming in will pick the one they want from the lineup.
God, that reminds me of Taken.
It's
Ugh.
but these girls are of age and willing, and
They signed up for it.
they signed up for it, and they make very good money.
I'm
so.
sure.
The girl at the time who was the hottest, she was making, I think, well, one of the guys we went with, his brother came, and his brother didn't have much game, so the family chipped in to get his brother an experience, per se, 3 hours in a bungalow with the hottest girl to the tune of about $6,000.
Oh,
3
my God.
hours, $2,000 an hour. And she was telling us that she had 4 or 5 houses in Vegas, and she was only doing this until she was 30, and then just, playing her money from there on.
Easy.
Interesting life choices.
Well, you
Whatever
hear,
works.
Like the OnlyFans, like people make really good money.
Showing their toes and stuff. Like, what?
Yeah.
All right. I have to try that.
Mike, they show more than their toes.
I know, but I'm saying there are some that just do foot,
Right.
apparently.
Like, there's a girl I saw, she sells her farts in like a mason jar, and people buy them.
I bet.
Hot tub water she was selling too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
She bottles her farts.
Yes.
So I would imagine she videos herself farting and probably has like a TikTok, Instagram, YouTube presence. And hey, by the way, you can buy, I'm going to fart into this bottle. How much?
Yeah.
Who wants it?
Well, this is not all that new. What was it? Japan used to have...
The eating videos.
well, there's
You
that.
showed those to me.
Yeah, but before that,
Freak.
this person just sits down and eats food and she made millions just talking about the food she was eating. But no, before that, they used to have vending machines. They probably still do, of worn women's underwear.
Oh, yeah.
Or the girl wore it like one time, and there's the picture of the person who wore it.
That's a thing.
And they box it in this like vacuum sealed thing, and guys buy it. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Mhm.
I'll just buy
It's
some
nuts.
beer. I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Speaking of, if you can find this, you probably have to find this one in particular at like beer stores, but the Weihenstephaner Braupact, St. Bernardus and Weihenstephan. This is killer. I would absolutely get this.
Me too.
This is
Again,
good. Yeah.
I would
I'm not
keep
sure
this.
if I would drink, after having it now, we've been talking about it for about a half an hour. 1, maybe 2 at a time.
Yeah, you don't want to drink a ton of these.
Right.
This
Like,
is,
I'm
this
really
is
just-
beer for beer's sake to
This is-
enjoy what it is, not to just be drinking.
Right. It's definitely something that you nurse.
Yeah.
It's not a chugger.
Yeah.
So did we rate it? Let's rate it. I didn't
Yeah.
rate
I
it.
said it's a Mercedes, top at the top.
Oh, okay.
How many monks?
How many monks?
All of them.
Yeah, I would say 9.5 out of 10 monks.
I'm going to do it like an 8.7.
I'm 10. 10 out of 10.
Yeah?
Yep.
Wow.
And
Perfection.
that's even the fact that it has a banana-y flavor to it, which I would not like in a beer. It's absolutely killer. I'm a fan. Only fan?
I like it as well.
Bad joke.
Only fan.
All right. Well, folks, if you get a chance, give this one a shot. It's very, very good. If you want to try something that's different and if you want to focus on the uniqueness of a beer, that's a great one to try. And also, check us out on all your different sources. If you've not had a chance to watch us on YouTube. If you have not had a chance to listen to us, but you just watch us, I guess you're listening to us anyway, so never mind. I'm going to stop talking. 3rd episode. All right. Find us on the AlesTalesPodcast.com, on Instagram, Facebook, and Patreon. Thank you, and Prost.
Prost.